This video will go over a highly requested function in vList, undo and redo. The undo and redo buttons can be found in the Project tab and all fabrication tabs. That is the Weld tab, the Thread tab, the InstaSeal Drop tab, and the Hanger tab. Undo and redo are not present in the Loose tab. The undo button is represented by a circular arrow pointing counterclockwise, while the redo button is a clockwise arrow. Undo and redo can be used for all major functions in vList, from selecting a fitting type while manually entering a piece, to bulk changing components of pieces that have already been completely entered, to even the special header actions like auto-splitting pipe and bulk delete. There are a few important factors to consider when using undo and redo in vList. One important point is that you cannot infinitely undo and redo all actions. In general, you will only be able to undo and redo once. For example, if we bulk change these 4-inch pipes here in the Weld tab to 6 inches instead of 4 inches, undo will change those back to 4 inches, redo changes it back to 6, but undo will no longer change it back to 4 inches. Some actions, such as creating a new line ID, cannot be undone at all, but you can undo the deletion of a line, the deletion of a piece, or the deletion of an outlet. Another point to note is that if you use one of the header actions that can affect all tabs, like the typicals function or the auto cut functions, undo will only work while you are in the tab you are in when you perform the mass change. As an example, we have here a piece in the Weld tab under ID CM1 that is over the pipe stock length. We additionally have a piece in the Thread tab under line ID BL1 that is also over the pipe stock length. Starting in the Weld tab, we can perform the auto split function and apply it to both the Weld and the Thread tabs. As is usual for the auto split function, select the appropriate fitting that will be used to join the newly created split pipes. For this example, we will use a grooved domestic coupling to split the piece in the Weld tab, and we will use a domestic malleable black coupling to split the piece in the Thread tab. If we now switch over to the Thread tab, undo makes no difference on the split pipe. If we return to the Weld tab and select undo, the pipe split has now been undone. With that, you should now have a basic grasp of the undo and redo functions in vList.